everyone, glad to be back on Sims World again with some more of family time. Valentine's Day just passed, and though every year I do something or the other special, this time was feeling a bit tired as I'd just finished editing and uploading a staycation video a day or two back, and also since morning was after Aaron giving him some practice for his English choral recitation competition to be held in the afternoon on the Valentine's Day itself. But to my surprise, in the evening, my hubby came home with some roses and some packets of strawberries. So then I instantly planned to do something to make this day special too. So without much thought and plan, I decided to make few instant dishes based on what all items I had in the kitchen and fridge that time. Luckily, since it was weekend, had some chicken in fridge, so I quickly kept the chicken out for defrosting. Used only some, marinated the rest, and kept them back to use it another day. For the dessert, I had the custard powder, so decided to make something out of it. So took a pan and added around 2.5 cups of milk. Once the milk was warm, added half a cup of sugar and allowed it to dissolve well. Meanwhile, in another vessel, took half a cup of lukewarm milk and added 2 tablespoons of custard powder and 1 tablespoon of cornstarch. Mixed well to break all the lumps and then added this mixture into the boiling milk. Kept on boiling it until the custard sauce thickened. Poured it into a presentable glass and allowed it to come to room temperature and then placed it in fridge to set well for at least 1 hour. Next, took another pan and added 1 cup of water and 2 tablespoons of sugar and allowed the sugar to melt on low flame. To that, added 1 tablespoon of cornstarch, breaking all the lumps, allowed it to boil well. Meanwhile, in a mixer jar, took around 1 cup of strawberries and blended it well. Added the pureed strawberries into the boiling water mixture and cooked well until it thickened. Allowed it to cool and come to room temperature, then poured it onto the custard mixture. Then allowed it to set well in the fridge until it was about time to serve. By this time the chicken was defrosted. So washed it well and marinated the chicken with buttermilk. For this I used 1 cup of curd, 1 cup of water and blended it well, mixed nicely and then transferred to a bowl and added some salt, pepper, paprika and ginger garlic paste. Mixed well and then added the chicken. Mixed again and placed it in the fridge. Overnight will give the desired result, but since I had very little time, so just kept it in the fridge for only an hour. Actually, I was multitasking and preparing 2 and 3 items at the same time, so while the marinated chicken and the dessert were in the fridge, I used the time to make other dishes which is coming up next. But just to give you a continuity in the recipes, I compiled each dish separately for this video. So after 1 hour, heated some oil in a pan and then took the chicken out and prepared the dry and wet mix to dip the chicken. For the wet mix, took 1 cup of all-purpose flour and added 1 tablespoon of cornstarch, some salt, black pepper and paprika. You can use red chili powder instead of paprika. Also use some garlic and onion powder too if you have for more flavor. I didn't have that time, so didn't add. Then added some cold water to get a semi-thick consistency batter. Next, for the dry mix, took some flour depending on the quantity of the chicken. Then to that also added some salt, black pepper and paprika and mixed it well. Now dip the chicken in wet mix and then coat it with dry mix. Dip it in wet mix and then recoat it with a dry mix. Harshly shake the chicken to get rid of the excess flour. This way, you will get the wrinkles that we get in the KFC chicken. Deep fry the chicken until it turns golden brown and crisp from both sides. Do the same for the rest. Next, instant but a filling dish I could think was a chapati sausage roll. So saute the sausages with very little oil until it cooked from all sides. Prepare the chapati dough with 1 cup of wheat flour, salt to taste and 1 teaspoon of oil. Added water as required to make a semi-soft chapati dough. Divided the dough in 5 portions, rolled it and cooked it. Once cooked, applied some mayonnaise, place the sausages and spread some mustard sauce over it along with some paprika and oregano to enhance the flavor. Rolled it and did the same for the rest. Aiden didn't wait for the dinner time but already ate few sausages and coke as soon as it was done. Next dish I prepared was my version of Spanish omelette. I said my version because normally in this dish lots of potatoes and eggs are used, but since I wanted it as a side dish in a very small quantity, so I prepared it with only 1 large potato and 1 onion chopped. Added the chopped onions to a hot pan with 2 tablespoons of oil.
Like a bird on a tree, I'm just sitting here. I got time. It's clear to see
Once the onions started caramelizing a bit, then added in the chopped potatoes. Mixed well and cooked the potatoes.
the world
Covered it and
seems
cooked it
small.
well. While the potatoes were cooking, I prepared the egg mixture by beating in 3 eggs in a bowl. Added some salt to taste and some pepper. Whisked it well.
We meant to be.
Once the potatoes were nicely done, transferred the entire mix into the omelette mix and gently mixed it. Covered and let the potatoes and onions soak in the egg mix for about 15 minutes. After 15 minutes, pour the omelette mix to the same pan.
Sometimes you need to go
Covered it and cooked for some time.
and take a step back to see the truth around.
Then open the lid and cook the egg until the upper side appeared to dry. After 10 minutes on a very slow flame, the other side was done. Flipped it upside down with the help of another plate and gently slid it down to the hot pan to cook the other side. After 10 minutes on very slow flame, the other side was done. You can even insert a toothpick after first 5 minutes to check its progress. Flip the omelette the same way with the serving plate as before and it's ready to serve. Cut the omelette just like a pizza and it was ready.
Meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free.
Add the restaurant effect. I took some French fries to serve with the fried chicken and put them in an air fryer at 200 degrees Celsius for first 5 minutes and then at 160 degrees Celsius for another 10 minutes. For the extra crunch, allowed it 2 more minutes at 160 degrees Celsius before serving. To utilize time efficiently, had actually made the French fries while the omelette was cooking. And for the last touch, as Valentine's Day, had some Little Hearts biscuits that my hubby had also bought, along with the roses and strawberries, which I forgot to mention earlier. So made use of it and popped some marshmallows and whatever strawberries that were left in a skewer with the Little Hearts biscuits in a plate to serve along with all the other food. So with that, all the items were ready.
With you, I can be sad with you. Just take my hand.
I set up the dining table with whatever candles and decorations I had at that time.
Are so clear.
And there we go, ready to have some family candlelight dinner at home on the Valentine's Day.
With you, I love the way that you love me today.
Kids were super excited seeing the candles and they thought it's a birthday celebration. Anyways, be it a birthday or Valentine's Day, after all, the moments that we shared with these little ones will surely remember this hurry-burry candlelight dinner celebration with us all their lives. That is what actually matters the most.
It's been so cold since you have been gone. Like I was told, you're the only one.
So that's it for our V-Day celebration. Hoping you all love the efforts that I made to make it special in my own style. If yes, then do click on the like and subscribe button too. So see you again soon. Until then, goodbye and take care.
With you, I wanna stay with you. I wanna stay with you. I wanna